guys, welcome to the Ara Ara Channel. It's me, Vivz, and today we will be watching the 4th episode of Arcane. But before that, as I've mentioned in the previous video, I had to rewatch episode 3, which was a very painful and emotional episode. And I literally had to write all of my thoughts after watching episode 3 again, just because I feel like my thoughts were too incoherent by the time that I made the review and I finished episode 3, and I was trying to collect my thoughts. But I hope I will not get that much hate for these realizations of mine. So there are a few points that I would like to highlight. So the first highlight that I wanted to point out was the relationship between Vander and Silco, because I was trying so hard to think why Vander wasn't killed by Silco by the time that they killed Benzo. I mean, if he wanted to take revenge, he could have killed him there and then, right? But I just realized after rewatching it that he wanted Vander as a bait for the kids, I guess. It will corroborate the story of Vander leaving the city, because it was implied in the show that he wanted to make it look like Vander left the city with the kids so that he can be the head of other city, I guess, or continue the war against Piltover. Now, second point that I want to talk about, or second character actually that I want to talk about, is Powder. I don't know if you guys will agree with me on this, but previously I did say that I kind of understand where Powder is coming from, that she's a kid, she wants to be the hero, she wanted to prove herself. But man, rewatching episode 3 gave me a different opinion. I swear to God, Powder was annoying. I wanted to punch the screen after I saw how many crystals she put on that monkey bomb. So she wanted to prove herself, she wanted to be useful, and it was implied in previous episodes that she has caused not only once but a lot of instances where she jinxed the whole mission or the whole whatsoever they're trying to do. So this is not the first time, this is not the second time, but many more times. And then I just hated the fact that she didn't listen to Vi this time, and in the time that she was having a mental breakdown in deciding what she can do to help Vi and the others, she remembered the crystal, right? And in that flashback, it was shown that she remembers one crystal making that explosion. So I don't understand where she got the idea that using 4 crystals will be so better. And imagine the place where she was sitting at was like directly across the purple guy Deckard. In that distance, imagine if she used 4 crystals. It's gonna be chaos, because if one crystal made a huge explosion, what more if she's gonna be using 4? I don't know, like, where's the common sense? It really broke me when I saw that the crystals were flying off in different directions and one of them flew inside the room where Vander and the kids were. Man, this is so painful to watch. I cried again after seeing Milo and Klager die. Now, I was also trying to think, will Vander and the kids have enough time to escape? Because it was kind of implied that they would have had ample time to leave the room, but Powder decided to pick it up and to help out in her own way, which I swear to God, she shouldn't have helped them. Like, I was also thinking that even though they could have escaped without Powder's bomb, I was thinking that they wouldn't have managed to go that far, because Vander was obviously beaten up, and at the same time we saw how Deckard killed Benzo and he was so fast. It would have been easy for Deckard to catch up with them, but still, like, I'm still annoyed. She could have just used 1 crystal, instead of 4. I kind of understand as well that she didn't realize that it was her bomb that killed Vander and the kids. She only realized it when Vi told her, "You did this?" with the pain in her eyes, and then she started realizing that, oh, it's my fault. But in the previous video, I was confused how she hugged Silco at the end and what was Silco's motive, yada yada. But now I just fully realized that Powder didn't know about Silco's existence. It was Vi who knew about Silco. Like, Silco was there when Benzo was killed and all. Powder was only peering through the hole when she saw the whole thing. Silco wasn't in the view, I guess. She was only seeing the goons who was fighting with Vi and all. And yeah, I guess she just needed a hug after causing trouble, but still, I'm pissed at her. I'm trying to justify it in my head that, okay, I get it, that she is mentally ill, that she's a kid, but it's quite hard for me to try and reason out, because I was feeling too much for Vi and the other kids. I know it's just a what-if situation by now, but oh well. So now, the third person, or the third character that I want to discuss is obviously Violet. So at the end, she has seen a lot of blood. She just wanted to protect the family. At the end, even though she slapped Jinx and she was being emotional with what happened, she still wanted to save her. And there was a line in the beginning that I must have missed, or maybe I wasn't paying too much attention the first time I watched it. Man, the foreshadowing in the beginning, I'm getting goosebumps right now. When Vander told Vi that you've got a good heart, don't ever lose it. No matter how the world tries to break you, protect the family. I was like, man, the foreshadowing in this episode, like, oh my god, if I have realized that the first time that I've seen the episode, I will be like, it broke me within the first few minutes of watching the episode, because now I know what's gonna happen when he said to protect the family and to never lose your heart whatever the world does to you. Because that's what happened. That's what exactly happened to Vi. She just lost her family. Although I know Powder also lost her family, but still, like, it was way different for Vi because she saw it with her own 2 eyes. I just loved how strong her character is in this episode, physically, and obviously I'm not sure if I could say the same mentally, but I do know that Vi does have some anger management issues as well from time to time because she acts rashly to things, but maybe I'm biased. I don't know, but I like Vi's character in this episode. It fleshes out the reason why she is like this. I could say the same for Powder, but still I'm annoyed at her. I don't know. I am pissed. Speaking of foreshadowing, I forgot to mention that I know for a fact that Vi and Jinx hate each other in the game, but I feel like it wasn't foreshadowed much in the series because, like, we had very short time to see their build-up. We all know that they both love each other as sisters, but there should have been more hints of an issue between the 2 sisters. I think what broke Powder the most was when Vi agreed that she was a Jinx. That was a slap, not only physically, but she felt it in herself that Vi really thinks of me this way, just like how Mila said it. Anyway, that was a very long rant for the 3rd episode. I know, because I just feel so emotional about it and I just couldn't get over it that easily, and I felt like I missed a lot of details the first time I watched it. Now, I think we can finally start watching. So I'm excited to see how they will use the Hex Tech and how it will become the era of magic this time. Let's see where our 2 main characters will be in this episode. So let's go ahead and watch the 4th episode. Professor Heimerdinger. I can pronounce it now. Finally.
You wanted to see me, Professor?
Can you believe it? Our city is about to turn 200 years old.
It's shaping up to be an amazing progress day.
He looks older.
Stanwyck Padidley. I don't know much about him.
Everything he built either exploded, melted, or toppled over. Stanwyck set his personal ambitions aside. He realized nothing he could accomplish could compare to the contributions of his students.
I had no idea.
The council has recommended you give the Progress Day speech this year.
You always give that speech. I could never take your place.
I agree with them. Your Hex Gates have done wonders for our city. You deserve this honor.
I will do my best to make Piltover proud, Professor.
Perhaps there's something in the lab you might be able to share. People love a grand reveal.
The next chapter of Hex Tech. Come to the lab this afternoon, I'll show you.
I'll look forward to it.
I wonder how many years have passed since episode 3. Because it looks like Jace got older or maybe more stressed. Is that the Hex Gate? Oh, is it like transportation, travel? Oh, Piltover Progress Day. Man of Progress, wow.
Jace Tallis, the visionary behind the Hex Gates.
Excuse me.
He's a very busy man.
Is that Caitlin?
Searching.
You still avoiding her?
I'm working.
There's so much crime to thwart outside your family's tent.
I can only imagine the strings she pulled to have me posted here.
It's your fault, really, for not following her into a career more befitting your station.
She'd do anything to keep me from seeing the real world.
Well, at least you'll have front row seats to the speech. I'm giving the big address tonight.
Does that look like Jinx's bomb? Oh, this is the same goon.
Shipping manifest? From your friend downtown.
Who the heck are these people? Firelights?
We have 5 minutes till they're out of there.
You ever seen this much shimmer before?
Check for more below. Burn it all.
I remember in League of Legends, there are like 3 colors. Oh my god, it's a trap. Green, purple, and then blue. What was it? A trap by, I think, by Jinx. She gonna kill them? Are we now gonna be seeing the deranged version of Powder, which is like, you know, Jinx? After episode 3, I feel like Jinx is just a crappy version of Harley Quinn. And I don't know, like I kind of now feel that she's quite overrated. I didn't really get the love for Jinx even when she was released. I mean, you might be surprised to know why I know when she got released. Because at that time, I was already into cosplaying. I started cosplaying in 2012. I think Jinx got released 2013. And whenever I attended conventions back then, you'd see the craze people had for League of Legends and the amount of people cosplaying as Jinx.
Hi.
At least now her bombs are working well. And that her guns are working well too. A flashback of Vi!
I can't lose you.
Why did you leave? Because you're a jinx!
She should have listened to Vi. She wasn't ready. I mean, that's her main item in the game. She uses, I'm not sure, she uses 2 bullets in the game, like this and the rocket something. So she just killed all of those people, right?
You are supposed to guard the cargo.
I'm sorry, I still can't get over my hate against Jinx at this point.
Heimerdinger believes science should be used to improve lives as much as we do.
And what about the council?
We stabilized the crystal like they asked. Built the hex gates like they asked. Professor,
I forgot what this thingy is called.
What do we have on the docket?
a crystal of magical energy too volatile to be handled outside our workshops.
Where are they getting this crystal though?
A hex-tech gemstone.
Wait!
We found a means to fortify the crystals.
It didn't explode
This
anymore.
new version is stable and absolutely safe. We present to you the next chapter of Hextech.
We can now design portable devices.
Powered by Hextech.
The gemstone can power virtually anything.
Is this now gonna be Vice Gauntlet?
The Atlas gauntlets. The mining colonies and the fissures can work faster and without fatigue.
The Hex Claw, a mechanical arm equipped with a powerful ray of light.
Were they mining the Hextech crystals or something?
Imagine what our artificers could do with such a device.
I want Hextech to be a tool for us to build a new world. And now it's finally possible.
I think this guy is called Pororo.
What amazing, gentlemen. Obviously, there are a few kinks to iron out, but give it a decade of careful research, and it will be ready.
We can be improving lives with Hextech now.
A breakthrough like this takes time, Victor. Putting
What
that
is he
kind
scared
power
of,
into
though?
Everyone's hands is dangerous. Keep at it, and I'm sure you will discover a way to safeguard Hextech against misuse.
Oh my god, they burned the whole ship. I also know from League of Legends lore that Caitlyn is trying to catch Jinx. She's reenacting what happened. Where are the people who died though? I mean, it's a dead giveaway that it was Jinx with all of those doodle. He's still here!
I didn't do anything. She's crazy. She shot me.
Who shot you? Who were you working for?
He'll kill me.
Silco.
Caitlin Kiraman, interfering in an investigation.
Who's this, Marcus?
Clearly, this takes priority.
I realize you're used to getting your way, Kiraman, but we have a chain of command for a reason. I'll take it from here. You can take the graveyard shift tonight at the fair.
Yes, sir.
Who is now the head of the Undercity? Is it Silco? And will they ever show what happened within the time skip? Or is it just like, that's it, bye-bye?
She fired on us.
There are always mishaps in battle. The Firelights were her target, and most are dead.
She froze up and lost her
As
I
usual.
could have handled those brats. She's a problem and we all know it.
See?
Who's we?
Oh no. Oh
I expected better
no.
from you than excuses. It was your job to make sure things went smooth.
But why is he favoring Powder so much?
Don't disappoint me again. The world's growing smaller every day, thanks to the Hex Gates. The topsiders are leaving us further and further behind.
What the heck is this
What
for?
happened?
I mean, I've seen him
told you.
using it before.
I'm asking you.
One of those firelight wackos was a girl with pink hair.
Your sister's gone. You know that as well as I do.
I know. Sisters, right? Can't live with them, can't stuff them back in the old baby maker.
Today's screw-up will set us back weeks.
I'm sorry.
I need to know that I can rely on you. I'm doing this for us, Jinx. All of us. The sons and daughters of Zon deserve more than their runoff.
Yeah, so I think he's the one leading the Undercity now. My god! I cannot watch that part.
Savika will clean up today's mess.
That ogre couldn't clean a dust bunny with a blowtorch.
You should focus on your gadgetry.
I wonder what really happened to his eye, though. I honestly think that Jinx at this point is just a brat who wants attention. Like, boo-hoo, sad. My sister punched me or my sister slapped me.
Fundraiser's going well. Your mother would be proud.
These people have nothing new to offer me. The only one actually worth my time is him.
The golden boy. Speak of the devil.
Jace is now the star.
Can I borrow you for a minute? It's Heimerdinger. We've shown him our research. He thinks we need more time.
Heimerdinger is a great scientist, but he's old. He only ever sees the past. Piltover needs a leader who looks forward. Someone like you. Hextech has the potential to change everything. The world is ready. I've already spoken to several potential investors.
Investors?
Of course. Everyone wants Hextech for themselves. It's your speech. Give the people a glimpse of the future.
She's experimenting on her gadgetry.
It wasn't.
Trying to take a good look at her lair. Oh my god.
Just some wannabe street trash. I got confused, that's all. Now, he thinks I'm weak. Savika will clean it up. Savika's a regular Johnny on the spot.
Oh my god. That looks like Clagger's goggles and this looks like Milo. Oh my god, this is so crazy.
I'm not weak.
Man, is that Milo's real body or like did she just create a doll? But why Milo? Was she that pissed to Milo? Because Milo was the one who said that she's a jinx? And what happened to Victor though? He looks like he's gonna die.
You should come up with me. We're partners.
No, not in front of all of them. You had your speech prepared?
Don't tell me he's gonna betray Victor this time.
Guess it's time.
Man of progress.
Good evening. I know many of you probably didn't expect to see me here today. And believe me, I'm just as shocked as you are.
Really? Even though his face was plastered all over?
My family and I are simple people. In our factory, we made hammers. They were probably used to cut the stones you're standing on right now. No one in my life expected very much of me. And that is precisely what makes this moment so extraordinary. A few years ago, the Hex Gates opened their ports to the world and made Piltover prosper beyond anything we could have ever imagined. But we're not done yet.
What? What? Is he gonna kill him? The amount of betrayal in this show is crazy.
Something that we will share with you when the time is right.
Oh.
Things that will bring an end to your hardships. Whether you're the scion of our high houses or an honest laborer from the underground, we vow to keep pressing forward. For we are the city of progress, and our future is bright.
I wonder what Victor was planning to do. Counselor got disappointed in him. I mean, see? What does this mean? Fire! Oh no. Is it the stage where he just had his speech? Was Victor trying to cover up something? Or Counselor? Oh no, it's not. Is it Jinx?
It's so hot, please. I'm trapped. I'm a helpless little girl, and I've set the building on fire.
That's Jinx.
By accident, totally by accident.
Holy sh.
Get out, now!
Also, I brought this dynamite. Goodbye.
Fuck. Hell! I mean, I know Caitlyn will be able to survive. That's 100% sure. But what was the motive behind this bombing of whatever? Is it done?
The gemstone is gone, along with some of our research papers.
Oh, to steal the
situation
gemstone.
is still developing. No one in the Undercity has claimed responsibility yet.
Yeah, I'm so slow sometimes. I'm sorry,
How did
guys.
it come to this?
Everything was stolen by Jinx.
For too long has the underground been left unchecked.
They may not be your preferred constituents, but they're still our people.
Could the trenchers build a weapon with the stolen crystal?
Shimmer, we've seen their ingenuity over the years. Of course they can.
If the right person got a hold of it, it's possible they could utilize its energy.
So what, Jinx is now gonna utilize it? I mean, it's quite obvious.
It was my responsibility to safeguard this technology, and I failed. My mistake cost people their lives. I have come before you to recommend that we suspend all Hextech operations until the situation is resolved, including our laboratories, the refinery, and the Hex Gates.
The Hex Gates must remain open. Piltover's status as a global shipping lane depends on it. Thousands would lose their income.
But shouldn't the safety of Piltover be our first priority?
You would sacrifice your life's work?
Without the Hex Gates, my goods cannot reach foreign markets till winter.
Councillors, it appears we are at an impasse. If we shut down the Hex Gates, the city will suffer. But if we do nothing, we leave ourselves vulnerable to malefactors. More lives may be lost. Perhaps the time has come to explore a
Maybe
more
it's her. No.
radical solution. Mr. Tallis has demonstrated his commitment to our safety. He's willing to sacrifice his own enterprise. I propose that a new chair be brought forth, and that House Tallis be elevated to this august body.
What?
As a councillor, he will have the resources necessary to protect all our investments.
Councillor Merdarda, this is highly irregular. The council has held 7 seats for generations.
Does the boy have any experience?
Only that of a scientist, like Heimerdinger.
Oof. Bye-bye, Heimerdinger.
I believe Councillor Medarda
That was
is right.
her plan all
Hextech
along.
security should be administered by a scientist. I second the motion.
Well then, shall we vote?
That's me!
Half a dozen enforcers dead.
Yeah, see?
The building blown to pieces.
Oh, yeah.
She just loves
Do you
killing
have
people
any idea what you've done?
at this point.
Actually, I do.
Hextech.
Happy Progress Day!
This is so grotesque. I am so sorry.
How you feeling?
I've had a break in the case.
Shouldn't you be resting?
Listen, you know how I've suspected there is a single mind behind the Undercity's violence? I think whoever attacked the square is our suspect. The same symbols showed up at the botched smuggling operation at the Hex Gates.
The Hex Gates?
Keep up. They've kept their dealings localized to the Undercity. The attack on the square changes things. They've overstepped. If I can figure out who made this...
Yeah,
it could
because
lead me
Silco
directly to
doesn't
whoever's behind it all.
know about it
The
too.
answer is here.
How do you intend to prove any of this? If there's one thing I've learned about the council, they need more than just theories.
Since when did you concern yourself with the council's
Because
opinion?
he's now a counselor.
Since I became a counselor.
You're serious? Have they discovered how to govern with grease and a spanner?
I was actually hoping you might consider joining my staff.
House Tallis Security. That's a ceremonial position. I'd live behind a desk.
I just want you to be safe.
Thanks, but I already have a job.
After the attack, your parents spoke to the sheriff. This is the best I could do.
I don't need charity, counselor. Yours or my parents. Get out.
I mean, Caitlyn's parents are so overprotective. Maybe it's normal for her social status. Is she going there by herself? Wow, brave girl.
I need to speak with one of the inmates.
Oh no.
Folks in here are usually very talkative.
This one was hit by friendly fire. He's got reason to talk.
The goon. I mean, it's not their lair. It's a prison. Like, well, duh, Yvette. That's what they're
Afraid
showing.
that's not possible.
Why not?
Well, there's been an incident.
What kind of incident?
The not so pretty kind.
Is that Vi?
I have to talk to him.
You'll be able to.
I mean, it makes
As
sense.
soon as he can move his jaw again.
I mean, Vi remembers his face, so that makes sense. But now, if she was in jail, how come she... See? It's a very dead giveaway that it was Vi. And we haven't seen her in so many scenes, so... Yeah, but how did she become an enforcer? Oh.
Who the hell are you?
Oh my gosh. I am just excited to see what's gonna happen next. We've seen how this series of events turned Powder into Jinx, into a deranged young lady who likes mass murdering people and, you know, blowing up buildings. And as for Vi, apparently, after Marcus put her to sleep, she was thrown into prison while Powder was around killing people. So now, let's see what's gonna happen in the next episode. I feel like there's not much to share in this episode because it's more of an exposition of what's gonna happen in this second arc of the show. But man, that was so crazy when we saw Milo's body in Jinx's room. I don't know if that's his real body or just a doll or what, but my god, that's like... Ooh. I don't know. I don't think there's anything else I would like to add in this episode because again, as I've mentioned, it's just more of building again the events of what happened after the type skip. So yeah, I guess that's it for this episode. Next week, we will be releasing the 5th episode. Do watch out for that, guys, and do subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Ara Ara channel, so that you will get notified whenever we release a new video. And last but not least, don't forget to follow our socials, the Ara Ara channel on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and do follow me on on Instagram as well at Vivz Backmage. Hope to see you guys around and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye!
Ara Ara.